talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. That one goes for 8 yards. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Lance. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off of play action, here's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Watson. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Here's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here. No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're absorbing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Now a play fake. Lance. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. That'll be complete to Sermon. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet. Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that, and then some. It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular, and hoping for more here in Week 2. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now a first down throw, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Hey, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Chuck.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that ain't...
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, but my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On play action, Lance. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Lance going to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb from 17 yards out, and the Browns are pouring it on. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps and soon.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a 2nd down and 6. On a jet sweep, here's Cooper. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb 15 yards out. And the Browns just continue to roll. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Completes this one to Thornton. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Fielded just inside the 20. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
183 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
the middle. It's Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They go up the middle with Chubb. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. York now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're going to try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
226 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.